Here in beautiful Cape Shank, Mazda is launching its new small to medium size SUV, the CX30. Head designer Yanagi-Sawa-san pointed out a few things last night that I thought was really interesting. First of all, this line was moved back a couple of centimeters to accommodate production. It made the inside of the door a little bit thicker and a little bit stronger. The other thing is, along the bottom, these plastic bits, they're not just there for decoration. They're meant to create a negative look to the car so that all you see is this painted bit. Finally, they created an impression of a lower roof by having a line that comes down over the last of the pillars to give you a smaller, streamlined, more sporty look. But inside, still keeping lots of headroom. So this is a car that you might want if you want a Mazda 3, but fancy some more space and don't want to go to a hatch. And Yanagi-Sawa-san also pointed out that this reflection that changes as you walk past it is almost watery, and it's the exact opposite of the Mazda 3. CX30 sits between CX3 and CX5. And when asked why it's called a CX30, Mazda just said, well, because it is. Cargo volume is not exactly class leading. There's 317 litres, but if you include the clever underfloor section, there's 430 in the G20 Evolve, with Astina getting 422. The seats have this beautiful sculptural element, and they're set to make sure the human S shape is catered for. Again, the upholstery is just so soft. And even in this model, which is the top model that's got a sunroof, there's tons of headroom in the back, even for a tall person like me who's around 6 foot. Legroom, not too bad, so long as the seat's forward just a smidgen, and there's plenty of space underneath for my feet. Backseat passengers aren't totally bereft of comfort apart from the comfy seats. There's a couple of air vents back here and you can control the flow of that, but no temperature control. And there's no USB outlets. Yanagi-Sawa-san also went to great lengths to describe exactly how he laid the cabin out, with this strong horizontal line, a kind of discreet panel here for the air conditioning and seat heating, the stop-start button, and a really neatly laid out console. The steering wheel buttons have also been simplified, and this dash I think is absolutely knockout. But by far I think this car's best feature is the heads-up display. All the information is straight in front of my eyes. The landscape LCD includes things like satellite navigation, but of course with Apple CarPlay, which is now standard in Mazdas, you can do away with that if you want. I think you'll agree that this two-tone effect looks sensational, and everything is soft. It's a really tactile car. Like all Mazdas, this interior is first class. It is beautiful. And now let's see what it looks like on the road. On the open road is where this car shines. The 2.5 litre engine is my pick. The 2 litre engine feels a little bit breathless at times, especially when you're overtaking. Power for the 2 litre engine is 114 kilowatts and 200 newton meters. The 2.5 gets a little bit more power at 139 kilowatts and 252 newton meters. Sadly, that fantastic turbo unit from Mazda 6 and CX9 is not available. What a peach that'd be. Both engines are Euro 5. The 2 litre combined economy is 6.5 litres per 100 kilometres, and the 2.5 in front wheel drive is 6.6, while the all-wheel drive version is 6.8. But on the highway that goes much, much further. The 2 litre falls to 5.6 litres per 100 kilometres, and the 2.5 is 5.5 litres per 100 kilometres, surprisingly, and 5.7 for the all-wheel drive version. Currently all CX30s are front-wheel drive, with the all-wheel drive version joining us next month. CX30 comes in Pure, Evolve, Touring and Astina. Prices start from $29,990 for the front-wheel drive G20 Pure, rising to $43,490 for the G25 Astina all-wheel drive. Today's car is the G25 Astina front-wheel drive, which costs $41,490. Weight is 1376 kilograms for the front-wheel drive version and 1388 for the all-wheel drive version. You can tow up to 1200 kilograms with a tow ball weight of 80 kilograms. All CX30s come with a steel space-saver spare wheel. Mazda says 75% of sales will be the 2-litre Skyactiv G engine, with 25% being the 2.5. And it's the same engine that's used in other Mazdas. But the thing is that this is a completely new platform. It's completely new. There's no other cars currently in Mazda on this platform. And what they've done is they've tried to make it a handler as well as a car that's incredibly comfortable, especially at speed. There's McPherson struts at the front and a torsion beam rear end. So now it's 100 kilometers an hour and I'm going to set my speed control, which doesn't seem to have set. There we go. So I've set it at 100. I can keep my feet off the pedals and the car's quite happily keeping me at that speed. But of course this has got Mazda's safety suite, and the cruise control is smart cruise control, and there's blind spot monitoring, and there's autonomous emergency braking. Oh yeah. They put everything in this to try and make it as safe as humanly possible. And I think, along with my co-driver, that we can safely say this car is one of the nicest cars we've driven for the price. It's supremely comfortable. The seats, the S-curve is meant to follow the shape of the human body. This one has electric adjustment and seat heating. But the passenger seat doesn't have fancy schmancy buttons. You've got to make do with levers. I guess that's just a nod to price. But the thing you probably notice most of all is how quiet the cabin is. They've gone to a lot of effort to not just make it comfortable, but to make it very, very calm and serene. A lovely place to be, even on a long trip. And we're driving now back from Shank to the airport. It's about a 2-hour drive, and I reckon that we're going to arrive at the airport fresh as a daisy. That's it, Mazda CX30. It's one of the nicest cars I've ever driven, especially for the price. If you've liked the film, please hit subscribe and like, and the subscribe button is just here. There. Right there. Right there.